cast while we're chained up?
You can cast somatic. Or, I'm sorry, you can cast verbal, but not somatic, but not any that require you to use material components.
Yeah.
So you can still cast verbal spells. Friends, welcome back to the second half. Even Cotton was upset with me about this episode. She yelled at me. You didn't get to hear it recorded, but I swear to God it happened.
I don't think I yelled.
Oh, you raised your voice.
I feel like voices were raised, yeah.
There was raised voices. I was worried that you were going to raise your hands towards me. It's very aggressive from you. It's like you're playing Clue. Don't apologize for feeling like you got ambushed when you got ambushed. All right. Before Ashe makes the roll, I want to talk about, does everyone think Ashe is going to pass the roll? Cotton, yes or no? Will Ashe succeed?
Sure.
What is this like?
I'm just asking people to call shot this.
Testing his bonds?
No, Ashe is
he's
attempting to
break
escape
out?
his bonds using pure strength and physical.
No, he's gonna roll a 1.
Okay, all right, Mick, you're the only one that hasn't weighed in yet.
You know what?
I definitely want to show this beautiful Corsairport banner that Connor has been working all night on.
MeaThead doesn't think Ashe has it in him.
Oh boy. Ashe, what do you think about yourself? You think you're going to pass this or not?
I mean, this is solid iron of, probably well made. But
you've never seen this type of locking mechanism. It appears to be a drow speciality.
Right. But Ashe has never been chained up like this. This is like the most disrespect.
All right, we learned a lot about Ashe tonight.
This is the most disrespect he's ever got. So he's gonna try because this
Very well.
is just.
Would you like to use strength athletics or dexterity acrobatics to escape?
Athletics, please.
Okay. How long does your bonus action thing last? Does it last minutes or hours?
Let's see.
With the power of D&D Beyond, anything is possible.
1 minute.
You'll have to use it again then.
For 10 minutes. So, yeah.
If 10 minutes, then you're fine.
Have we had a short rest?
No. You've had less than 10 minutes of being dragged in here.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
I thought we were out for a while.
Yeah.
Not that would count as a short rest, but I thought hours had passed.
Yeah, you're not really clear, but it turns out it hasn't been that long.
Okay, so I get 2
It's
days.
like we were trapped in a mountain and we thought it had been just
it's been an
ages. But it was like a week and a half.
20.
Yeah.
Ashe, you're so close. You strain against it. The people with dark vision in the party can see that there's a vein bulging on your forehead. Your arms are sweaty. Your muscles are tense at that highest level.
Hey, Lyra. Lyra, he's got this vein. He's kind of sweaty. Like, his muscles are swollen. You're going to wish you could see this. This is pretty hot.
You think that there's a chain that's starting to separate, but no. At some point, after a few minutes of this, you run out of energy and you stop.
Yeah, hey man, you might want to lay off that before you get a hernia.
What are you guys doing?
Ashe is trying to break out. I mean, it looked good. It looked good, but wasn't quite there.
Ashe, I can't see.
The southern door opens,
that?
and someone says, "I've got a light for you, lass." And a little green glowing ball illuminates a human-ish man, 5'9", completely unkempt, dirty, curly beard with bits of bone and blood in it that goes all the way down to the middle of his chest. Mustache curl. The mustache is very well maintained and oiled. Very out of shape. Bulbous body. Overweight for sure. A streak of gray in his hair. A pirate's hat upon his head. And poking out of his right sleeve is a blackened hand that has been burned. He stomps in on his peg leg and adjusts his eye patch and says, "You're Prince Ashe Heiral, then."
And you're Captain Blackbeard.
Black Hand.
Black
It's
Hand.
Bartholomew
I thought it was Black
Blackhand.
Black Hand.
Damn it.
I'll excuse your insensible insolence. Listen up very carefully. I've been speaking with someone about securing the terms of your release, Prince Ashe Heiral and company. I didn't expect the bidding to... Well, I thought it would be weeks or perhaps months before I could get a ransom for you. But to have a holy angel appear before me and attempt to remove you from my presence for a bag of coin sent by your father, that's a premium level of service that I have not seen in some time. There's a problem, though, Prince Ashe Heiral. Ye be a paladin, correct?
That is correct.
And you have sworn to clear the hold of Bartholomew Blackhand. Is that not also true?
I have.
I have a particular liking to this hold, and I would not want you to remove me from it.
So Ashe is gonna
He reaches up and starts scratching in his beard. He pulls out a little bone, just kind of throws it aside.
Ashe is gonna consider like the rules of how his vows work. I mean, they don't change, right? You can't just change them.
Correct. You've claimed that you've undertaken an oath of selflessness, which is not part of the oath of heroism, but certainly it's a thing that you can do as a paladin. Your oaths as a oath of heroism are: strive to be known for deeds, not words. Every hardship serves to challenge your abilities and harden to your resolve.
Right.
You did not choose your path, but it's yours to walk, and it will carry you into legend. And like raw stone, your body must be worked so its potential can be realized. And as we've seen throughout this episode, you work it.
Oh, he really did, Lyra. He
Strong
worked
glutes
it hard.
and thighs.
Why do you keep telling that to me?
Well, because it just seemed like that conversation you had with Mom earlier. Like, I mean, I feel like there could be something unresolved
I feel like you
there.
don't know what you're talking about.
Quiet! This is not the time for adventurous shenanigans. Prince Ashe Heiral, I would be willing to evacuate this here hold so that you could complete your oath if you were to undertake a quest for me, to give me your oath.
For my friends, I would of course undertake a task. But what is it that you ask of me?
I seek the object of desire, which I have been attempting to recover for mine for almost 10 years.
And what might that be?
My darling child.
Is that child in the care of their mother?
Nay. I don't even remember which wench I issued her from.
Is she Tyra?
Aye. Her name is Tyra Blackhand. You know of the
her.
girl, then?
Yeah, she runs the Twisted Knot.
I don't know what that is.
It's a
You probably shouldn't tell him where she lives without
Come
asking
on, man.
her
Like, we're
permission
negotiating and you're just giving away all of our
So here's the thing, Lyra. When you say that, this guy thumps forward towards you on his peg leg and holds his hand out under your chin, and that green glowing ball of light is hanging in front of your face, nearly blinding him, and he says, "You look familiar to me. I burned down your village at some point, or maybe loot your cathedral?"
That is a very specific question.
Sounds like a euphemism.
You're close. I recognize this. You're from a mountainous coastal temple. Pretty sure I stole quite a few artifacts to sacrifice. Did I
Looks
kill
like
your
she's
master?
getting very angry.
Oh. Well, let me say, please don't interrupt while the adults are talking. I'd prefer, in this negotiation between me and the prince, that it's just me and the prince. He seems like, I wouldn't say I need to trick him, but he doesn't need any special help in trying to negotiate better. So it would probably be best, and he pulls out a little dagger and holds it to Lyra's throat, if everyone else just shut the hell up. So, Prince Ashe Heiral, I would like you to undertake an oath for me. A quest, if you would like it. And not even an evil one. Returning an orphan girl to her dear father, who loves her so much he escaped from slavery and captivity twice! Once from the evil forest druid, and again from drow slavers in the Badlands. And now he struggles at his best to make his way to the surface, and at every turn is thwarted by the black web hold. I want to see the sun again before I die. I want to have a boat underneath my feet, and I want my daughter. And you can make one of those things happen. So here's the chain of events, Ashe. You agree to bring me my daughter one way or another. I'll leave this hold with all of my men, and you can claim that you've completed your quest, and we all go on our way.
And if she doesn't want to come to see you?
Did you miss the part where I said one way or another? What young woman wouldn't want to see her long-lost father? You seem like you can be very convincing, Prince Ashe Heiral. I'm putting my faith in you. You can see his teeth are rotten. One of them has a little hole in it. Gums are black.
If I could get her to come, where would you be?
Here.
I thought you said you would vacate this.
When you bring me the girl, I will leave, and thus you will have cleared Black Hand Hold. Or if you prefer, we can duel to the death. He lets Lyra go and starts marching over towards you, where you're pinned against the wall with the manacles. He's just got a little dagger, but he holds his weirdly burned hand up to the side of your face, and he's like, I don't know. Maybe you want to arm wrestle?
Oh, the burnt hand is his?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, the arm wrestling sounds like a challenge that Ashe.
It's a trick. Definitely a trick. Nope. Gonna be a
Ashe
trick.
felt like, I'll take you on.
I'll give you a few minutes to discuss and decide. Just to let you know, if your answer is no, the rest of you will all be suffering slavery for the rest of their life. You, Prince Ashe Heiral, I'll release because your father paid a tidy sum for ye.
And how much for my friends?
No one paid anything for your friends.
I know, I'm saying, and how much would it be for my friends?
30,000 gold pieces.
Okay.
For his daughter.
Or
Right.
one daughter. My daughter, specifically. Not just any daughter. He
I'm
starts
afraid-
stomping
Can you
his way
describe
to...
what your daughter looks like?
Sorry, what?
Can you describe what your daughter looks like?
I haven't seen her in over 10 years.
Oh, okay.
I suppose you have us at a disadvantage. I accept your offer.
It would seem as such.
And so I accept your offer.
He says, your weapons will stay here. You may keep your armor and equipment.
We can't travel the wilds of this land.
Oh, I
without
don't
our
think we're
weapons.
doing anything.
What?
I think you're going to get this daughter.
Am I?
No, you're all going.
Yeah.
Oh, we all get to go.
Yeah.
Yes.
We won't be able to travel back without weapons. This is a dangerous country.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. Let's hope I roll better here than earlier.
Wait,
Fucking shit.
15 was still pretty good.
Well, I did roll some ones.
Just try not to roll a 1 right here. That would be very bad.
Oh, don't fuck us, Connor.
11, Connor? This is how you're going to present a persuasion roll to me?
Can I... Oh, fuck. Yep. That's it.
No,
That's all I
you
got.
can't use advantage after you've rolled.
Damn it.
Connor's like, I don't know. Can we disregard? Maybe roll again?
Just try to see what my options
Hey,
are
but
at
I'll
all
just
times.
tell you what role I wanted to have, and we take that one.
I mean, I could if someone were to try and talk also.
No, he
to
says, very well. I'll let you take your weapons back. But he pulls out MeaThead's silver mirror and says, but I'll be keeping this.
Hey,
oh,
listen,
torture.
you know what? That is a gift, and let me tell you, it also comes with the franchise opportunity. Have you ever just imagine this? You want to be out on the sea, but not everyone gets that opportunity.
Stop talking.
Okay. Well, we'll put a pin in this. For
I had
later.
a franchise opportunity once. 5 ships to my name. I made an entire town in a wild land, tamed it to my own, and I was betrayed by my own peasantry. So I don't do franchises now. You're either working for me or you're a slave.
But what if people paid you to see what you do best?
Now, don't get any ideas, any of the rest of you. Sure, you have your weapons and your spell components back shortly. But if you come back here trying to kill me again, I won't just stop with all of you. I know where Prince Ashe Heiral lives. I've got your names. He points to Lyra. I know where you're from. I swear if you don't come back with my daughter, I will destroy all of your people. Not you, Gizmo. I don't really know where you're from. But I'll torment the rest of your families. And you know I can do it because I'm Captain Bartholomew Blackhand. We're going to put the bags on your heads as a courtesy while we take you back out to our foyer. Don't return without my daughter. Oh, I thought you were gonna say something, Connor, and I was gonna cut you off by stuffing a bag over your head. But yeah, he puts a bag over your head. He starts bagging everybody. Several minutes later, you all have your bags removed and your manacles are being taken off, and there is a mind flayer with a mouth standing in front of you that telepathically says to all of you, "Don't try anything funny. Get on the donkey and go." You're at the bottom of the ladder. I want to say you've never seen Echo look so hostile to another creature in its entire life. But it's trying to death glare this mind flayer. All of your equipment, spell components, everything but MeaThead's magical mirror are laying at your feet in your bags.
Hey guys, I think if we all try to get on the donkey, it would be humorous, but that's what he told us to do. So then what's he gonna do?
This creature begins rising into the air, flying upwardly, and turns, but not down the passage you normally go. It goes through the passage with the runes. And you briefly hear a whoop, 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 whoop. And then a door opening.
All right, Gizmo, gear up. Start gathering stuff.
Yeah. Ashe hops on Echo. And it's
Echo
looking pretty
telepathic
dark.
bond to you is just like, what happened?
So Ashe explains in brief the deal he made with Bartholomew Blackhand.
Yeah. Echo was like, "Oh man, your mom and dad are probably so pissed right now."
Ashe is pretty ashamed.
Well, listen, good friend, old buddy, good writer. Don't worry about it. This is all part of your destiny. This was supposed to happen.
This is quite the trial, then.
You'll feel better when it's over.
Depends on the manner in which we'll have to bring Tara here.
I'm sure you'll figure something out. You always do.
I mean,
Except,
guys,
right now.
listen, let me spitball this past you. He doesn't know what Tara looks like. What if we find an equally shitty person and just pawn that off as Tara?
He probably has some way of... I would never betray my oath. Once an oath undertaken, I can't.
All right, so you're going to be...
So MeaThead is just like, wait over there. We're just going to have a quick discussion over here.
Yes, as the party steals all the items, the paladin has to go off into the corner.
Ah, yes. What rustic architecture.
Because we're going to have to kidnap this lady, right? She does not want to come back.
I'm not so sure she knows of her parentage.
Yeah, then that's definitely not going to want to come back. I don't know if that makes it better.
I mean, because everyone knows the legend of Blackhand. I don't think she's going to be too excited to learn that he's her father. And that you have to take her to him no matter what.
If I could try and make it sound appealing. Somehow. It might be to our advantage.
Hey, listen, I know I lost my mirror. Wait until I get a replacement, because I think you trying to convince this lady to go live with pirates against her will is going to be fantastic glass. People are going to love that.
I think he's no longer a pirate. I think he's retired from that.
He did address himself as captain.
Yeah, and he wants to get back on the sea, so I think maybe his retirement is involuntary at this point.
I mean, if we come back here and we get a chance, I'm very much in favor of putting him back into early retirement.
Wait, we're going to kidnap a lady, we're going to bring her down, we're going to hand her over, then we're going to kill him.
That would be within my oath.
But only if you swing your sword.
Good to know.
Conorhughes, everyone.
I feel like that plan is the kind of plan my mid-province bard college, you were the kind of student they would put out. You keep it fluid, you don't tie yourself down, whatever you want goes. I'm impressed.
Mid-province bard college. I thought you said no one ever graduated because they all leave.
I mean, it's
hard to keep up with the. Technically, Mortrick is a graduate. I even made I made an intentionally typoed graduation certificate. Friends, if you have no objections, can I say that we zoom 2 days later to Corsairport?
Yeah.
It has been some time since you've come back to Corsairport. Long enough that anything that you've left in your room now legally belongs to Tara.
Well, it's a good thing I didn't leave anything in that room.
I assumed when we switched home bases, we just...
You took everything with you? Yeah.
Man, I feel like I've been 4 different people since I was here first. I don't even know what I have.
People seem surprised that you've returned. The woodcutters stop working. You can hear them whispering, it's been 5 days. I can't believe they're alive. Look at them. They're covered in blood. Several of them have obviously nearly died recently.
Come on, autosave.
Ashe walks into town. He's like, We're fine. We're doing great, everyone. Thank you for your concern.
Several people
Nothing to
stop
see
and start
here.
clapping, and then more people start clapping. Some of the guards join in as well.
Yeah. Ashe, basks in it.
The really really
A little bit. I mean,
I appreciate the showmanship. You
Yeah,
gotta commit to the bit.
they're still enjoying that wall, you know.
Town mortician Bumbeer Scuttlebutt approaches with his tape, and it's just like, Lord Heiral, I'm so glad to see you again. Have your shoulders grown half an inch wider? Yeah, I had coffins constructed for all of you, but I'm thinking maybe I will work on yours again, make a new wider one, and put some plush in there.
Ashe sort of brushes him off and says, "There's no need. It's quite all right."
What did you see out there? What treasures and fantastic adventures have you had?
We visited. He explains how we visited the town of Blackweb, and
There is shock from everyone that there is a town of Drow within 2 days transit, and the town guards are just like, all right, everyone disperse. We don't need any of this fairy tale nonsense. There are no nearby Drow settlements. And you can hear people like running around, just like, there's Drow nearby. We could be raided at any moment.
I see why you're so popular.
well, they should know. Although I will say, the Drow there are fairly civil.
Wow, that's high praise.
Yeah, I think so.
Barely civil.
I mean, there are still slavers.
You before you can go into the inn to talk to Terra, there is a party of Dargor Brightward, Bell the Illuminator, Zerwena, whose breath scents of cinnamon, and what were the other two's name? Zoshala and Lashoma are all like in what would very clearly be an adventuring party huddle, all talking to each other, blocking the entrance. Dargor sees you approaching and waves to all of you. Zerwia waves to Lyra and is just like, hi. Kill anyone?
I don't remember if I've killed someone since we last met or not.
That's too bad. If you did, you'd remember.
Didn't you, hey Lyra, didn't you finish off the thing with the tongue? In the mouth thing? I'm pretty sure that was you.
I think Gizmo did it.
Nah, I'm pretty sure it was you. Gizmo? Gizmo, was that you? I'm pretty sure it was Lyra.
It was both of us. I don't remember who had the killing shot.
Sounds like Lyra to me.
I remember who did nothing to it.
Oh, no, I didn't shit. Let me tell you, this was not great, all right? Like, I've certainly had better shows. Didn't go like I planned, but you know what? Can't all be winners. You just got to keep trying. That's why I'm going to the zombie place next. Those things die so easy.
Dargor, Bell, and Zerwia are all invested in this, and Zashala and Lashoma take one look at Ashe, and Zashala turns away and is just like, ugh. I can't even with these people. They begin speaking in whatever language that they have. Dargor steps in front of you, Ashe, and says, I'm so glad you're back. I noticed you aren't carrying a huge pile of loot behind you. And he slaps you in the shoulder. Guess you didn't need me as a hireling after all. That time.
It's true. We only went on a sort of a kind of scouting type mission.
That's very brave of you. I'm sure everything went swimmingly well. You succeed at everything you do, Prince Ashe Heiral.
It was a learning experience, for sure.
What did you learn?
We learned of a little bit about Bartholomew Blackhand. Have you heard of him?
Have I heard of him? Of course I've heard of him. And then, like, Bell and Zerwia both turn towards him, and he's like, "Well, I've heard a little bit. I suppose." And Bell is just like, "Below this."
What have you heard of Blackhand?
He's a evil pirate lord who founded this town that we find ourselves in. Then he ran away or was killed. And he's dead, obviously, right? Like, people said he died 10 or 18 years ago.
Oh, yeah, no.
It's been a while.
Totally dead. If by dead you mean living underground in his own kingdom with drow slavers.
Okay. That's new information I did not have. That's, wow. Drow slavers. So those are real, huh?
That is correct. Though
Wow.
not all the drow are of. The drow of Blackweb are not the same as the drow that he is in command of.
Oh, so there's different types of drow.
Yes. There's different factions.
I should... Belle, write this down. And Belle just, like, rolls her eyes like, no. Someone write it down. Zashala, write it down. And Zashala is like, I am not your slave, Dargor Brightwood.
So on the road, maybe before we got here, maybe Ashe might confer with everyone and see what they thought the game plan might be. Like, do they want to try and take on Bartholomew, or do we just want to sort of say...
Wait. What happened to that whole, like, a paladin never gives up thing? Like, a paladin sticks to his oath.
You've made a vow.
Does what a paladin does.
No, I mean, the plan is still to bring Tara, but the question is what we do after.
So you're still on board with the kidnapping. It's
We kill
freeing her after we've delivered her into slavery. You're iffy about.
Because, see, keep in mind, Ashe doesn't know that this is the person that attacked Lyra's village, but Ashe has also made a vow to help Lyra take...
But he said it to my face.
Yeah, he kind of
Oh,
said
did he?
that part out loud.
Directly.
My bad. Okay, then fine. Ashe has also taken a vow to help Lyra track down and kill her, the person that attacked her cathedral, her church.
Oh, I was
Now you've got two
unaware of your
vows.
backstory.
He's got
Actually,
like
Three.
Kidnap the daughter, kill Blackhand. What's the third?
Help Lyra.
help Lyra, yeah. And also
and clear out the dungeon.
clear out the dungeon.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah. You got a lot on your shoulders now.
Although I would love to immediately go back and kill Blackhand. We were a bit overwhelmed.
Which it might be wise to enlist the help of some of our fellow adventurers in town. What do you think? What do you guys think?
I mean,
Connor's like,
definitely the
you know
more
what,
the merrier.
Arthur? Next
wants
episode,
an
we each
NPC
control two
upgrade.
characters.
Or I mean, I could bring Wynn. That'd be fun.
Resurrect Baldric.
Bring all of my characters and almost make one useful person.
Bring an army. Well, so
This is Connor's Avengers Assemble moment.
that's right.
See? They don't do this shit in DC movies. Come on now.
I mean, they tried, and it was a god awful mess.
I was gonna say, if this was a DC movie, you'd have never left the torture dungeon. You'd still be there to this day. Watching DC movies.
Oh, man. Why you gotta suck, DC? Although, let me say, Crisis on Infinite Earths was everything I could have ever wanted it to be.
Oh, is that the Flash, the Arrow crossover?
yeah, that
and
was
all
the
this?
TV crossover.
Look,
yeah.
man, I watched the Arrow for like 6 seasons. I watched the Flash for like 4 seasons. I can't handle that shit anymore.
Oh, man,
The
I didn't
Arrow
even make it
plummeted
that far.
downhill, and
I
the
only
Flash.
ever watched the crossover episodes.
Ugh. Look, the Flash has not learned a thing since he started.
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah,
He
it's
always
all-
fucks everything up. He tells everyone else not to time. He's never going to time travel because he doesn't want to break the timeline. Then when it's his problem, he time travels, fucks everything up, and creates a whole new divergent set of timelines.
Yeah.
And then he blames
Yep.
everyone else for his problems. All right.
He's a terrible person.
You all finally make your way past the cool kids hanging outside the tavern. And when you get inside, Tara greets all of you and says, oh, I see you're still alive. That would explain why everyone was rustling about earlier. Shall I put on a pot of stew for you?
Do I know who Tara is?
No, you actually just passed through the town in order to go to your adventuring opportunities and franchising. So,
Yeah.
What is this dark magic that Connor is performing?
Little layer effects.
Yeah.
You know?
Somehow we just went from gray to brown to yellow.
Yeah, just like sort of trying to put in a little bit of like
All right.
effecty flavor.
I don't know how this works. I assume someone who knows Photoshop at home is just like, come on, Art. Now it's purple and red. I actually like that one. That one's very drowish.
I'm not sure which one you're on because there's that
Purple
delay.
and red. When it was purple and red, I was like, yeah, that's some Wakanda shit right there. Connor's trying to reproduce it.
Yeah. This one?
Sorry, Connor, don't let me interfere with your work, your process. I do that.
The
Yeah,
process
there you
right
go.
now is
Yeah.
Oh,
There
that's a
you
little bit.
go.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that doesn't look underdark as fuck.
Well, yeah, but we're in.
But
this
that's
is Corsairport.
Corsairport.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. But imagine that a mountain raised up around Corsairport over the course of millions of years and encapsulated it in an underground space, and now it's in the Underdark.
Sure.
We'll play
Yes.
the Corsairport 2 campaign.
I mean, if we got a party wipe, maybe we will.
So let's have the controller pick let's have the player pick the controller back up while Tara's sitting there saying, "Would you like a pot of stew?" Your three options are
Yes,
yes,
please.
no, or reveal secret information about father.
Reveals. No. So before Ashe gets started trying to convince her, he's gonna cast.
Pot of stew. Hey, what's that stew, man? He's
Yeah,
a
I want that
maniac.
stew.
Well, maybe he's gonna cast Enhance Ability.
Where's my stew at?
All right. So just to be clear, you've walked into here, you've cast a spell on yourself, and she's like, "Did you just make yourself more handsome?"
You know, actually, I guess this is for advantage on charisma checks.
I know.
Okay, that's what I want, right?
She's a cleric, so even if she can't cast a spell, she knows of it, and she knows what you just did.
Yeah.
There's something
Sure.
you're trying to tell me.
Be like, oh shit, is this her?
So Ashe is
Listen,
gonna be
do
like,
you know who your dad is?
I have some very rough news for you.
You were not gonna like this
Yeah?
at all.
How about you be quiet?
Who is this other person that has come with all of
I
you?
think I'm not comfortable with this situation, so I'm gonna say, have a great time, guys, and I'm gonna excuse myself. So
To the
it's
stew pot?
been fun. I'm gonna go eat.
So, and then Ashe is going. I have some terrible news for you, Tara, or maybe good news. Depends on how you want to take it, really. I'm channeling Mortrick here. You know the legend of Bartholomew Blackhand. Is that right?
I believe I was the one that told you the legend.
That's right.
That was 10 episodes ago.
What if he wasn't dead?
Well, then he'd be a very bad man.
And do you know who your father is? This may seem like an awkward question to ask at first, but it'll seem relevant momentarily.
I do know who my father is. He points into the bakery kitchen and says, "The man who raised me."
I'm like that Michael Jackson meme over in the corner, just shoveling stew into my mouth.
I don't know what meme that is, but I get the imagery.
But do you know who your? Do you know is? But so that person adopted you?
Yes, I also explained this to you 10 episodes ago.
Okay, I forgot that.
It was roughly 20 or 30 days ago. I'm not going to look at the calendar, but it happened.
It's all right. She knows that she's adopted.
Yes, I do know that I am adopted. I can see where this questioning is going. I'm not some lass out of a novel. You're clearly about to imply that Bartholomew Blackhand is my father.
That's correct.
And I don't care much. I mean, I'm interested.
He wants to see you.
Would you care to put him down?
So, you two say very different things. She's like, I wouldn't mind seeing him, but why would I want to put him down?
Well, you just said yourself, he is an evil man.
Yes, but the lord of this island does not care about such trivialities as good and evil.
Anyway, we can take you to go visit him if you would like to.
I wouldn't mind, as long as you can assure me that I can leave when I want.
Ash recalls the oath that he
She
took.
looks at you, Lyra, and she's just like, well, the fact that you didn't immediately say yes.
I'm trying to remember if he said you could leave or not.
He didn't say, but I wouldn't trust the Black Hand.
It's not whether I trust the Black Hand or not. It's whether I trust the four of you. Well, the three of you. Well, kind of just Gizmo and Lyra at this point. Ash seems to forget things that I told him just a few days ago. I'm not sure that I can trust him to uphold any promises he makes to me.
I trust him with my life.
She looks at you and pulls out a handkerchief and goes, oh.
What is that supposed to mean?
She raises an eyebrow and says, what is it supposed to mean? I don't hear you saying, I trust that orcish fellow in the corner with my life.
I don't trust that orcish fellow.
No.
Hey, I actually kind of saved your life, but like, me and Lyra... Tara? We're on the same page here. We know.
I trust Gizmo, too.
You know.
You know, I also trust Gizmo.
Oh,
She
okay.
starts, like, shoving him forward.
My apologies. It seems that I read too much into this situation.
What about that old guy we left in Drowtown? You trust
Yeah, sure, him too.
Okay.
Him too. Wow. Amazing.
Tara, I can tell you, promise you that we won't be leaving Blackhand alone after you see him.
That's not what I asked. What I asked was, can you give me assurances that I'll be able to leave if I want to? And the fact that you're dodging this question makes me very nervous.
That's because we don't know Blackhand's intentions. We only know that he has made demands on us.
He asked for us to bring you to him so he could see you again, is what he said. He wanted to see the ocean, have a boat under his feet, and to see his daughter again.
He wants to steal you. You're not coming back.
I would hope that is not what his intentions were.
My God, Mick, I love the shitty Bartholomew Blackhand that you've done, and also fake Ash posing. Is so good. Is that supposed to be MeaThead doing the same thing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I mean,
boy.
MeaThead, he appreciates a midriff.
I can't see it right now.
It's in the channel on Discord on the tabletop channel.
Okay.
I love it.
Yep. Ash posing.
Oh, the tentacle thing. That's a good one.
Where do we leave off?
Ash was successfully convincing her that it was in her
make
best
a
interest
make a
to-
persuasion check.
Yes. Okay.
Persuasion's a skill, right?
Wow, 25, huh?
That's a good persuasion check.
She says,
Wow.
all right, I'll go with you towards the dwarven town, towards all of this doom. Oh, sorry, the save image is Connor's, not mine. I was like, Did I leave a save open? I was downloading all of Mick's images. Or no, it was Mick. Sorry, not Connor, Mick. I was like, I'm downloading them all. How did that show up on the screen? That's so weird. And then I was like clicking it and it wasn't working. I'll go with you. I trust most of you.
Fantastic, Tara. Thank you for your trust.
Looks at you a little oddly.
And then I need to speak with my companions for a bit, and we need to develop a plan for how we might be talking with Bartholomew Blackhand.
Okay.
Why don't you make your preparations, and we'll leave as soon as possible.
I'll let my dad know, and I'll make sure to get lots of pretzels for the journey.
So,
Yep.
Ashe,
She leaves.
Ashe talks to companions and sort of saying, "Well, what do you guys think? Do we need help? I think we might need some help for this."
I'm game for as much help as we can muster, mister.
I mean, we certainly don't want to take on a frontal assault in the same way that we took on last time. At the same time, we'll be let in, but we'll be surrounded by was that a mind flare? What?
It was a mind flare.
I've never seen one before. Do you know anything about them, Gizmo? I mean, what are they capable of? What is? We know that those two dark elves were there, and they were capable of some pretty heinous magic. And then I don't know what the mind flare is capable of either.
Well, I can't quote exact details, but I would be worried of the mind flare as well. So all three of them together, present a formidable force, and we don't even know what else is there.
Yes, right. And say we did not get like a very extensive look. And listen, guys, I had a great time. It was wonderful working with all of you, but my boat is coming in. And
wow, you're really sticky to this new character thing, huh? Even in the face of need and dire hope at darkest tidings, without your mirror.
I mean,
yeah, you can't even get your mirror back.
There's always a fight somewhere. What makes this fight more important than that fight?
Always find it somewhere in the world when you're MeaThead.
You can't.
This is why I don't trust you.
No, that is totally fair. I understand that. You know what? That's just, hey, that's show business, right? What are you gonna do?
But without your mirror, you can't even communicate with your fans.
I mean, they can still,
Your show's canceled.
I'm getting messaged all day long. It's kind
It's
of
all right,
tiring at some
MeaThead. If
point.
you're too afraid, you can get back on your boat and leave.
Whoa, there's that cotton spice. There it is.
I mean, am I afraid?
He's
I would
afraid.
say no, but also my ego is just fragile enough that I feel like I might have to defend it. That is tough. I don't know. You've really given me the old existential crisis here to ponder and go over. And what time? When is this party getting started?
Which party are we talking about?
This party to go off and all get slaughtered in the dungeon against the thousands of things we didn't see because we think we're prepared for the three things we did see.
Nobody has once mentioned that we were prepared for the things we did see.
That is also a very good point.
Right.
I mean, do we feel like Tara is perfectly aware of the fact that her dad doesn't want her presumptive dad has no plans to give her back?
Does he have no plans to give her back?
I mean, I'm going to go with he's a pirate, so he doesn't give a shit about what she wants.
I mean, he might be looking to bequeath his legacy to her.
which I'm pretty sure she also will not want, because her dad is in the back room of a tavern right now, and she's saying, I'm assuming, like, heartfelt goodbyes to.
She was willing to come with us.
That's true.
I mean,
But I'm pretty sure she's not going to want to stay. Why don't we ask her if she wants to stay, which she asked if she would have to stay. So I think we know what the answer there is going to be.
That's what she says now, but I mean, well, either way. Yeah, yes, it's likely that she will not want to stay, but I mean, Bartholomew may be very convincing. We don't know. If she's willing to go at all, I think that speaks.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, he's the kind of man that's not going to be convinced on a 9.
I mean, it only takes like 30 minutes for that Stockholm syndrome to set in, and then she's going to be fine.
Right. That's not. Oh my god.
I think Lyra's just like rubbing her temples at this point.
So let me ask, out of character, is this the plan then? The plan is to go with a war party of 2 characters apiece, including Fulborg and mix a new character, Gizmo, and whatever you want to scrounge up.
Rick Jack's elder.
I love it. I mean, both his parents are dead, and he's the last survivor of his line. But okay, Lyra and Buttercup and Ashe and Wynn. Plus, you're gonna be escorted by Tara, and these 9 will the Magnificent 9, the Mighty 9. No, I'm pretty sure that's copyright.
Can we say that?
No, we can't say that. These Magnificent 9 will set out on a quest to kill Bartholomew Blackhand and clear out his
mediocre 9?
Noble 9.
Ooh, the Noble 9. That's a good one.
Using a bar winch as bait.
Is that what we're doing next week?
Let's go for it. Let's go for a true total party kill.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be the entire show. The entire show's cast will be dead.
This is the show finale.
I mean, if it's a TPKO, then yes.
It's Crisis on Infinite Corsairport.
Listen,
I don't know. I mean,
one Corsairport is enough to handle.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that the game plan? That makes sense to me.
I mean, listen, I have 3 potential characters I can bring to the shindig. I am all in for that.
Let's go for it. It's different and new. Let's go for it.
Cotton, how are you feeling?
I'm okay.
Okay. That was an answer.
Depends on if we're gonna get another what was it? Difficult rating?
Hard. It was a hard level challenge.
A hard level challenge.
CR7s to fight a whole party of 7s.
Isn't 2 CR7s against 4 a deadly encounter?
No, should be hard, I think. I was using an auto calculator to do it.
Wait, isn't a CR7 mean 4 characters should be able to fight that 7?
Yes.
And maybe survive, maybe not. So if you got 2 CR7s, that really stacks the deck. That's all right.
No, you should be able to easily clean up on something that's the same CR as you.
So I like the idea. You guys want to bring back Baldric at all? Or I'll make another character.
I don't know if we can afford to do it yet.
Okay.
I would like to.
I will make another character.
Let me ask you a question, Lyra. What are you willing to sacrifice to bring back Baldric?
I have nothing to sacrifice.
Oh, listen. That is everything you just said is the first line of a novel that ends in tears and blood. You have so much to sacrifice. But the fact that you don't see that.
I don't have anything I can...
You don't want to delve into any dark magics, maybe make a few packs with some...
I don't have anything I think I can sacrifice within my religion.
Your religion is about justice, so you might be right. Sacrifice MeaThead? Oh Lord, drag him beneath the waves and give us back Baldric.
You know what? MeaThead already sacrificed himself once today for Lyra.
That's questionable, but okay.
I mean, all of Mick's characters are totally.
I felt really bad because even though I technically did it, I went down anyway.
I know. It's wild. Wild fight. All right. I think we'll end there. The start of the next episode will be
Wait, I want to do a cutaway to Fulbork waking up in Droughttown and just being like, where did everybody go?
Let's do that cutaway. Let's have a conversation between Fulbork, Buttercup, and Wynn real quick.
Excuse me, are you the nice young lady that blonde-headed man is obsessed with?
Is that what he said?
I mean, we kept going looking for you all the time. I assume he is quite smitten.
Hello, Wynn.
Hey, Buttercup.
I'm glad you're not, last I saw you were flying away.
I was with the harpies a few days, or I was with the succubi a few days, and then they took me to this place.
Can you introduce me to your friend, young lady?
This is Buttercup.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Buttercup.
It's nice to meet you, strange old man.
Yes, I am a strange old man. Oh, Fulbork, that's my name today. Sometimes I forget.
Fulbork's my name and Heroing's my game.
I could see it in your face that you would forget things.
I'm sorry, what?
Wow.
See, you've already done it.
Buttercup, wow.
That is so cute. And she'll just pat him on the head.
Aw.
How tall is Fulbork?
He's hunched over, so like he's probably like 5.5.
You are so cute and little.
I mean, back in my day, I was slightly more imposing, but age is no respecter of grace.
That is adorable.
I like her.
Wynn, are you still in danger?
Thankfully, no. It seems like, even though we're still here in this town,
we can never leave.
I'm out of danger. The real question is, our friends have gone out and they haven't been back in a few days. I hope they're okay.
You should go look for them.
What friends? I don't think I've seen anybody that I know here besides you.
I'm your friend.
I think you met Ashe, and then did you?
Oh, that is the guy we saved from the cave.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Oh, do you guys take turns? One of you gets in danger, so the other one saves him. So then the other
that's
one
what they
saves him,
do
so
here. They like
the other
switch
one-
back and forth.
Oh, that is adorable. It's a strange way to meet, but I suppose it works for some people.
I helped her save her friend, and then she got carried away through the sky. I tried to stop it, but I can't fly.
It would be hard to fly if you could not.
I think at the time I was under their spell, so I had no say in the matter. How many days has it been since they left?
2 days.
2 days.
Well, it was 2 days there and then 2 days to Corsairport, or is it?
No, 6 hours
to
there.
the Underdark,
2
it's
days.
just 6 hours. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I really am worried about where they might be. I mean, I assume they're still there, maybe camping out.
Well, wherever they are, they've got Ashe Heiral with them, and when you have a hero of that caliber, you don't need any help. Certainly not.
Except he was kidnapped by Succubus for quite a few days, if I remember correctly. That is how I met him.
Oh, that is interesting. Although, I'll be honest, if Succubi were trying to capture me, I'm not sure how hard I'd be to pin down.
I also think he was doing a play and singing a bunch. In a pile of poop.
Maybe he's not the hero I was led to believe.
Callback.
He could be impressive in his own right, but I mean, that doesn't mean he doesn't get himself into trouble.
I suppose that's true of everyone. Well, it's time for my nap. I hope you ladies have a lovely day. Please excuse me.
Key appears out of the darkness looking like Ashe.
Oh, Ashe, you're back.
Hello, Ash.
It's me, Key.
Ah, Key, you're back.
I have the
You look
armband.
much better as a Drider.
Thank you. That's such a amazing compliment. I just want to pull Win aside. We have some more therapy sessions. Buttercup, perhaps you would also like to attend.
Sure, that sounds fun.
Are you someone who likes Prince Ashe Heiral?
No, that is weird. He's very
Okay,
small.
then you probably should not join us in these.
Oh. If I pretend to like Ashe, can I come?
You can. We're just you can help me coach Win through how to break through his tough exterior, his icy demeanor where he doesn't care about anyone but himself and only talks about things like self-sacrifice and my destiny lies ahead of me and oh, it is a mess in his head. Absolutely a mess.
That much I could agree with.
She just turns to you and says, I don't want to hear it from you. Okay. You've had your entire life to confess to him.
I suppose you're totally at ease with all of your emotions. You just are ready to tell everyone anything you like at any time.
Sit down.
Is this a secret? You should not tell me those. I'm very bad at them.
She sits down at least and says, it would be difficult for you to understand, Win, but imagine that the world is not what you believe it to be. Consider that you are a frail human. You have a terrible olfactory sense. Your sight cannot see in darkness, and not particularly far to begin with. Imagine that another creature with dark vision can more superiorly process the world around you. Are you following me so far?
Get to your point.
When I encounter emotions that I don't particularly care for, I can shift to a new form better suited to deal with them.
So you change as you please. Not really. When your identity constantly changes, I imagine it must be difficult for you to gain the trust of people around you.
Yes, it is incredibly difficult. This is the first place I've ever lived for an extended period of time, and I probably will die here at this point. I'm no longer free to leave.
How long it's likely that at some point in your life, in the terms of your negotiation or your contract might change. You could earn your way out, or something else might happen.
She, in Ashe's form, pats you on the cheek as little tears form in his eyes, and she says, so innocent and naive. For my abilities, he will never let me go. I feel like that's a good place to stop the episode.
All right.
I just want it to be known that in the absence of Ashe, Fulbork is following Buttercup around nonstop. Like, she is his hero now.
I have several questions. I want to start with this. Will Lyra ride Buttercup in a battle?
I don't know if she can.
But would it be awesome if she did?
It might be.
You have that option, and you're the one who makes the decision for both characters in that regard. So by next week,
I don't think I can, because I think someone tried to ride on Buttercup last time and they were too heavy. I think it was.
I don't think Lyra's very
Ashe.
heavy though. Lyra's
Was it Baldric?
Ash didn't try and ride her. I think
Baldric is 8 feet tall.
Yeah, Baldric was running side.
I think it was Ashe. I think he tried to get on her back.
no. Okay, Buttercup wanted to see if Ashe was too heavy, and then Ashe volunteered, I think, and then did.
And then he was too heavy, so she bucked him off.
Was it because of all the armor and stuff, though? Maybe.
I feel like Lyra probably weighs a lot less than Ashe.
I think she does.
You're the only one who can make these judgment calls, Cotton.
Gizmo will ride you. An archer from your back.
That would kind of be pretty cool.
That actually would be really fucking bitching.
And also a shoulder cannon.
Yeah, with his shoulder cannon.
Buttercup would be down for it. You're small.
100% a Marvel movie at this moment. What second character are you going to be making, robSHEPart?
I've got Sanjin. He's already made, so maybe I'll just take him.
Sanjin Jax?
No, the Rick Jax Elder, that was just for fun. There's a guy, I don't know if he's in the campaign, but there's a guy, Sanjin. He is...
Okay, you can get him added to it.
Kalishtar, and he's a monk wizard.
Oh boy. Been a while since I heard of a Gish of that level.
So we've got a few mages. I think we still only have...
He's more monk than wizard, so...
Nick, I don't want you to reveal any backstory information. Because I wouldn't say we want to ambush Connor, but if he ends up dead at the end of the backstory reveal, I wouldn't be surprised. But what race class combo are you thinking?
I'm going to be a half-elf monk.
Ooh, 2 monks. I might be just a barbarian.
And then I also have the hobgoblin, whatever he is.
Somewhere in the back of Key's Court, bearded Aldana is sitting there in her chibi form, just roasting some mole meat over a little fire that she's cast. Oh, there's Flame Pup on the overlay. Crispy Pup. You did a really good job on that one, Connor.
Thank you.
The colors are really good. Alright, friends, tonight's episode went in some wild directions. I can't wait to run 9 characters, including an NPC guest. Next week, it's going to be a really, really long dungeon crawl, and I can't wait for all the crazy hijinks. We're going right back to some 2nd edition stuff here. You know, where only like 3 people crawl back out, and one of them is insane, and the GM brings them back 2 campaigns later. It's like, remember that insane barbarian you left behind in the Underhalls? Turns out he's the new war tyrant. Let's do some outros. I don't know if we can handle outros at this point, but let's try it. Cotton. Been tough for Lyra. Gizmo accidentally got her killed, kind of, like mostly dead. She brought Gizmo back to life.
And that's how he repaid her. I'm kidding. He did technically stop her from dying this after he got her electrocuted.
What else would he do?
Help.
Hi, I'm Cotton. Doodling stuff. You can find me on Twitter or on AP shows Tuesdays and Thursdays, and on Pondo the Match channel on Sundays. Let's go to Connor.
Hey, buddy. Yeah, my name is conorhughes. You can find me on Twitch when I stream eventually, which will be soon, hopefully, at tv.tv/conorhughes. Yeah, I hope everyone had a good time tonight. I did, even though we nearly all got killed. That was pretty rough. I thought.
Listen, I was really worried when everyone started dying. I was like, this is going to be the worst episode I have ever done. 5.5 years.
See, I assume you've got a plan for everything, AP.
I did.
So I figured.
I was like, oh shit, they're all going to die. Guess I better enslave them, and then we can do one of those break out of prison.
I mean, I still had half my hit points left.
But then Connor failed to break out of prison, so I was like, all right, I guess we're going to do like a swap arc.
Plan C.
I was getting ready to try to break out of prison. My strength is high.
Oh, that's true. I should have waited for that. Oh my god. If Connor failed to break out, and then Lyra's just like, bam! Here's the thing. You rolled a 20 and you needed a 21. That was the heartbreaking part of that. It needs to be exactly hard enough that a normal human being with the 0 strength couldn't possibly do it even with a 20. That's why it would have to be a 21, because otherwise people would be escaping from their chains left and right.
I mean, somebody's done it in the past.
Yeah, someone who's stronger than a normal human.
I mean, somebody in like real life, probably.
Yes,
Right?
people escape from chains all the time.
And therefore they're normal humans. But anyway, okay, I get your point.
Connor
in real life, they probably don't pull their chains apart. So.
No, they don't. But they don't pull apart with strength. They just get out with, like, I don't know.
Yeah,
sneaky.
but most
Anyway,
people aren't also half gods, so
Yeah.
not half god enough, it seems. Jeez.
The wrong
looks like
hat.
Prince Ashe Heiral came up short this episode. What's going to
Very
happen
short.
next time on Heiral Ball Z? I interrupted
More-
somebody's outros, so
Yes. Well, and I'll transfer it to Rob. What's going on with you, man?
Nothing. Oh, I was disappointed in the software that I got. I was hoping to draw some maps and stuff, but it's memory intensive, so it was totally lagging me out. So I quit that. So maybe next time. But I'm robSHEPart. I too will come to Twitch one of these days again. I've been trying to, but I draw all kinds of stuff, and that's really all I got. Mick, over to you.
Hi, I'm McComicker. I usually play much more ineffective characters, if you can believe that, because I'm not very effective. And the last 2 weeks have been the most I've ever done in combat, and it is exhausting.
you mean ever?
I mean, I'm trying to think of all the times we've been in, really not just combat, but any
I think
situation.
Mortrid got a last hit with a magic missile once.
Did he?
I think so.
Maybe. But I'm pretty sure last week was the most damage I've ever done in combat.
You
And that was
100%
even
killed some dogs.
half of it didn't even count. Well, I
Yeah, you
saved
killed the dog.
I saved some dogs.
Sleeping.
Saved some dogs.
Sleeping dogs. Yeah.
That's very questionable. Are you drawing the altar of the prison of Elbarad King?
Yep, that's right.
Oh my goodness, Connor. I can't even with you right now.
Yeah, shit's
This is so
amazing. But I doodle occasionally, sometimes on Twitch, and that's all I do. When I'm not doodling on Twitch, I'm asking AP to help me develop the premier player character to bring into a game when stuff is already bonkers.
Yeah, tell me about it. This episode. I've never been so worried about a player party for this episode and maybe a few episodes of Battletech, like the one where we were raiding the factory and Swargula's character died. That one was pretty stressful too.
Argula's character had really bad positioning.
Yeah. That's because he was like, I'm gonna stand on top of all of these things, I'm gonna look down on all the mortals and be like, come fight me. And I was like, you're really easy to shoot. And he's like, oh shit, maybe I should get down.
Well, that, and he started like on the other side of the map, and enemies were in between him and us.
That's true. And you guys were like, should we save him? And he was like, no, retreat, leave me to die. And you're like, oh, okay, all right. And he's like, no,
We
wait,
were
I'm actually
trying to
dying.
get there, but we were very slow. My mech is very, very slow.
Well, now you have some real speedy boy mechs.
I do, but I didn't at that time.
And to be fair, the positioning was very problematic in this episode as well. So it's all about positioning, really.
Listen, it's going to be way worse when you're fighting on these guys' home ground and you're fighting all of them at once. So I hope you're ready for this. I hope you come with a solution, because from what I can tell, your plan appears to be go together as a massive group, drop off the princess, and then immediately ambush her father and murder him.
Yeah, I don't see any of this working out, which is why I'm so excited for it.
How about throughout the week we can talk?
Yes, please do. Listen, Mick talks like a dungeon master. That's the thing. He's like, this isn't going to work out. I can't wait for it to fail and see what kind of weird hijinks we make up out of it.
I'm all about talking between sessions. I mean, if we want to come up with a game plan, I'm happy to hear it.
Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna need a game plan.
I mean, I don't know what we could. I guess we could try and lure him out. Somehow.
I mean, I don't think that we have like good options here. Is the thing.
I mean, we could say his daughter is in another castle and he has to come to us.
I mean, who? The princess is not here. She's in another castle.
Yep.
Go away, or I shall taunt you a second time.
All right, so we need someone with an insanely high charisma, and they need to roll a natural 20, and then he'll just like walk out. We'll
So it's
sing
not
Kumbaya
Ashe.
together and knife him in the back.
I got pretty high charisma.
24.
24 to convince Tara.
He also let
Okay.
a group of 4 of us go. Told a group of 4 of us to bring his daughter back, and then a group of like 40 is going to show up. He's like, "No, that's fine. There's nothing going on here."
You don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to have to be like a 2-party situation. We're going to have to split the party here. And
Oh, I can't wait to hear who's going in which party. If one party has both characters for someone, oh boy. All right, look, I'm gonna do my best not to comment because I already know what the layout of this dungeon looks like, but I can't wait to read. I want to know. I want to know what your plan is.
So we need.
I mean, you want to know what our
a
plan is
front
to then
door
kill
team,
us?
and we need a ninja team.
I mean, definitely having some rogues. I mean, we need some.
Let me start
Okay.
with the first question. How do you get Buttercup into the dungeon?
Yeah, I was going to ask that. I mean,
What is Buttercup?
Buttercup
And
is
what-
Buttercup's a centaur.
Buttercup is a centaur?
Ash is like, all right, guys,
Ladders.
let me tell you about block and tackle.
All right, well, we
We're
definitely
taking
will know
Echo
with
and the
this time.
donkey with us.
we could try and find an alternate entrance, which would probably be smart anyway.
Can like anyone polymorph Buttercup?
I mean, in theory, Win could,
All right,
but
so
that's a huge waste of a 4th level spell.
they're only expecting 40 party members, so we shrink all of the other party members, and they stand on top of one another, and we put a coat around them, and we all walk in like there's just 4.
Coat.
All right, Ash, let me sell you on this, okay? All right?
Yeah.
You walk in, caterpillar on your shoulder. All right? You flick the caterpillar off at the beginning of the meeting. Caterpillar
Ooh.
takes 1 point of damage from hitting the ground. Whoa, 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 whoa. Now it's a centaur.
Can I do that with the whole party? Can the polymorph be performed?
Oh, where
No.
did all of these
There's
caterpillars come
a
from?
0% chance that you have enough polymorph spells. I don't even know if you have polymorph, but even if you did have it, there's no way that you could cast 7 of them.
Are
at the same
there-
time.
Are there like commercial casters in town that we could pay to polymorph up the party?
There's one guy who isn't present at his wizarding tower right now.
Also, because
You're
we've
bringing
done just
a
about,
low-level cleric with you.
if like we've done like no real recon on this place, so is there anything on our way in the door that like, yeah, he has this caterpillar on his shoulder, suddenly he has a centaur on his shoulder?
No, you don't. The point is not to have the centaur start on his shoulder. That's a non-optimal position. You have to flick the centaur. At
No,
people.
I'm saying like as we're walking through the dungeon, like do they have something that's going to dispel that magic prematurely?
It sounds like you all need to come up with a scouting plan. To me, that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah. Next week is Ninja
If only you
Week.
had some sort of wizard with a scrying eye, or visibility, or seeming, or
We should tap into your magic mirror and
A
see if we
familiar?
can spy on them.
I mean, I can
Ooh.
talk to my people back home. Like they've been messaging
You can
me.
talk to your
they've been
people
dealing-
one time a day using your sending stone.
But they can message me too, can't
Yes,
they?
but there's not a unlimited amount of sendings that they can cast. Sending is an extremely rare and powerful magic. You're like, they cast 50 sendings a day. No,
Yeah,
you'll be lucky if
exactly.
they cast 2 sendings a day, and one of them is the sending stone. Because, like, I'm constantly talking to people, but inside he's like, MeaThead just wants to hear from someone.
He
wants to hear the
just
voices
wants
of
to
his
be
home.
loved.
I don't have my mirror, man. They can't see me. Is my sub still active? All right, look. I hope you guys come up with a plan. It doesn't have to be a good plan. You need to have a plan. My plan is to not get murdered by Pondo next week because I'm pretty sure that Pondo is about. He doesn't have to stab me in the back. He can just bludgeon me in the front with a baseball bat made of knives.
If it makes you feel any better, I would trust Pondo on my borders.
Yes, but that's you.
Yeah.
Pondo,
Have you guys?
one, Pondo is on your borders, and two, the border that you have with him, he doesn't want to move from it. He wants to stay in that one particular spot.
I would trust Pondo by my borders if I was in your spot with your small army and he had his big army. I would
Yes.
still trust him.
That's still you.
Even if it wasn't me, I would trust that he wouldn't attack me.
I want to get this recorded. Your belief is that Pondo will not attack me. That I can trust Pondo to not attack me.
I would trust Pondo not to attack me.
But not me.
I don't think he would attack you, because I don't think that's what his plan is. But I am not a mind reader. I just trust
I'd
him
ask
not
for
to
his
attack
plan,
me.
but he just keeps telling me Chandrian, and I'm so confused. Why
Tells
does he
you
keep
what?
talking about 7? It's a King Killer reference. Don't worry about it. That's it for us tonight. Friends, we'll be back next week for a series of super duper episodes of 8 people. Each one of you will need to develop character voices for your 2 characters. Sometimes we'll have to indicate which one of them is speaking. It's going to be a mess. And let's hope that it ends in glorious combat. And, let me be very clear here. When the number of combatants goes up, the probability that one of them dies skyrockets. Let's just be real clear on that. Someone is probably not coming home.
That's gonna be
But the question
amazing.
It's gonna be Gizmo.
The question is the DC going to change?
The DC of what?
Or what is it called? Like the encounter rating.
I am not changing anything about the dungeon.
Okay, all right.
It will
You
remain.
sure about that?
Yes, I am absolutely sure.
Mm.
Listen, when you defeated the Watchguard, I pulled other Watchguards from another location to that spot. They came up with a much better plan, one that involved casting an alarm spell that you didn't detect and went off and informed them, and they came up with a plan suitable to their high level of intelligence.
That's rough. That's
Connor,
rough.
if you were to secretly murder them, I would not replace them with an equivalent foe. They would be dead, and then you would have to face the other things in the dungeon, but there would not be a second set of drow sorceresses. Sorcerers?
Sorcerai.
Sorcerai, that's a better one. Magi? Magi? Magicers? That's it. We're done. Have a good night. Connor, how could you doubt me on this? How could you doubt me on this, Connor?
I would not put it past you at all to increase
Wow,
the encounter.
zero
rating.
trust?
If we bring 8 characters versus 4,
I
yeah.
just let your characters walk out of a prison sequence in a way that made sense in character, using your oaths against you,
Yeah,
and
that's
yet
pretty
you
crazy.
still can't trust me to not be like, you know what? What we really need is to definitely kill this whole party. I'm 100% going to stack all the odds against them.
I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is that you wouldn't want also the next week's experience to be a complete like us totally trotting them down. Like
That is not
no-
going to happen, I assure
Yeah.
you. When you start
Okay.
killing people, everyone in the whole place is going to start running towards you.
Good to know. We'll be
Why
barring
would
some
you not
doors.
think a whole... Connor, when someone invades a government facility, they don't just go, you know what? This room is pretty important. You better stand here and wait for someone to come combat encounter us. No,
Isn't
they
that
go, oh, fuck, we're being invaded. I guess we better grab our guns and some body armor and go kill that motherfucker that came in through the wall.
Isn't that normally that happens though in most dungeons? They all just stand around.
Name
That
one
happens
dungeon.
in the dungeons that they don't hear what's going on.
I think that happens in video game dungeons.
Yes, Connor, that happens in video game dungeons. Not
And Hero's Quest.
It doesn't happen on this show or my games, Connor.
It happened
Monsters
in the prison. In the prison, they didn't come around attacking us.
in the part of the prison. Did you not get your ass kicked at any moment?
I mean, we didn't, but they didn't all swarm on us. They didn't, everything that was in the prison didn't come and attack us. At the
That's
same
correct.
time.
I will remind you that everyone in the prison was afraid of the wandering packs of hell beasts that you went and mostly didn't die to.
Right.
When you're afraid of wandering hell beasts, you don't go run after them.
We
but I assume that there were
all
more
gonna die next week.
beasts like further into the base. I mean, I assume that. So maybe that's wrong. Maybe that's the wrong assumption.
Connor,
But if there were, they didn't come out.
I wow, it's really tough being a DM when 0 parties on any show trust you. I swear, Connor, what has been set up in the hold is going to remain exactly the same.
Okay.
They have a defense strategy that I've already written down. I'm not going to move the rooms around because the map is already made and all of the monsters are already placed on it. How you investigate the rooms, how you gain intelligence, where and when you fight Bartholomew Blackhand will determine how they respond. And they will respond in a way that makes sense for them. Dumb creatures will respond stupidly.
Fair enough.
I don't know. No, I don't think you trust me still. I think you're just blowing me off here. All right, that's it. Have a good night.